So it's exactly 8:30 right here in the studios of 92.5 Enugu's Dream FM. Enugu, what's happening? Now, I told you before now that we're going to be having some friends over. They're going to come and talk to us about some pretty interesting things. You do not forget the fact that a couple of days ago was International World Women's Day. And we have from the U.S. Consulate, the U.S. Deputy Public Affairs Officer. Her name is Jennifer Folz. Jennifer, you're welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, or should I say Otutu Omaju?
Yeah, great. You got that one right. So now let's get straight into the matter of today. Once again, good morning and welcome to Enugu.
Thank you.
And of course, what brings a delegate from the U.S. Consulate to Enugu this time?
So we come often. We travel all over southern Nigeria, but personally, this is my first time in Enugu. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
Have they given you abacha or okpa and all those things? Have you tried that stuff?
We just arrived yesterday, so not yet. I did get an Igbo name, but...
What did they give you? What did they give you, though?
Adama.
Adanna. Okay, Adanna. Okay, you're welcome, Adanna.
Thank you. So we have a busy schedule here in Enugu. Yesterday we did a Women's History Month event at our Window on America, focused on amplifying the voices of widows. And then last night we had an excellent event organized by the Eastern Nigeria International Film Festival. It was a film screening and also a panel discussion on bridging the gap for representation of women in media, tech, and governance. So, of course, we're here this morning on your radio station. We're very excited to be here.
Thank you.
Then this afternoon, we're going to do a Fulbright recruitment session. We have a teaching excellence and achievement program, so we want to talk to some teachers. We'll also be doing a grant writing workshop, a fashion entrepreneurship project, and a teacher's training program. So we're very busy.
Yeah, it's going to be a full day. But is it only for the girls as well? Girl, child, women, and all of that?
No, some of the programs are focused on women, but the fashion project, the grant writing workshop, the teachers program, those are for both men and women.
Okay, so how would you describe the role of girls and women in Nigeria's future economy prosperity?
So the United States is very committed to gender equality. It's something, we're working on in our own country and we're working on around the world with our partners, and we're working on it here in Nigeria. Women's meaningful economic participation is really integral to achieving security, stability. I think we can agree that when women are economically empowered, they invest back in their families, in their communities, in their societies, and they really lead to development for the whole country. And so the benefits of women are so substantial. Countries with greater balance of men and women in the workplace have greater growth, greater innovation, and greater stability. So that's something we're working on in many different ways, but some of our programs here in Enugu are addressing that.
All right, let's come back. For the U.S. Mission Nigeria, March is Women's History Month, set aside to celebrate the contribution of women to, events in history, science, contemporary society, and humanity. How does the U.S. government support women's inclusive participation in the Nigerian society?
So on a very broad scale, the United States has invested millions of dollars to advance gender equality across sub-Saharan Africa. But specifically in Nigeria, so I've been here about 3 years now, and one of the most exciting things that I've worked on is women's empowerment throughout the southern Nigeria. And I've had the opportunity to engage so many women, and I'm so impressed. I was just saying last night during our panel discussion that when you give a Nigerian woman even a small opportunity, they take it and run, and they make massive positive changes. Their level of enthusiasm is so high, and their aspirations are huge. And the U.S. government and the American people really support this vision through our actions and through our programs. And like I said, and like you know, economic empowerment of women is very important to the development of this country. Women's leadership, their meaningful participation in government, the economy, civil society, all of that drives growth and development. You really can't have a country grow and achieve great things when you're not empowering half of the population. And so we have so many different programs. Like I said, we have programs for men and women, but a few that are focused just on women are the Tech Women program, which is for emerging women in tech, and the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs, which is for business women all through the country.
Nice. All right, now this year, the U.S. Academy for Women Entrepreneurs program will be 4 years since its establishment in 2019 in Nigeria. What is the program about?
So this is one of my favorite programs, and we started in 2019, like you said. It's actually a domestic program, so the women that are selected don't go to the United States. All of it happens in Nigeria. So in 2019, we had 100 women. In 2020, 120 women. Last year, 250 women. And we're getting ready to launch this year for another 250. And it's very, very competitive. Anyone can apply. Any businesswoman in Nigeria can apply. But we receive tens of thousands of applications for just about 250 slots. But basically, it's an online program called Dream Builder. It takes about 6 weeks to go through. And then we add in local context. So we bring in Nigerian businesswomen, businessmen, government, academia, civil society to sort of add to the program. And then they have a mentor they're paired with. When they leave, they have this huge network. They're an alumni of a U.S. government program, but they also have this massive network of other businesswomen to collaborate with afterwards. So it's a very exciting program. We'll actually see one of our alumna of that program tonight. She is a mechanic. She owns a car mechanic company, which is really amazing. She's a role model to other girls and young women who want to maybe get into this field that is typically male-dominated.
And how does that make you feel when you see someone like that? Like, okay, this is somebody that has been here and is doing great stuff.
This program, anytime I talk to any of the women, they almost bring me to tears because they just don't give up. They have a dream and they take it and they run with it. And then they don't just stop there. They don't just achieve their goals, help themselves, help their families. They reach down and they bring up the next generation of young women entrepreneurs. So they do trainings. They do all these things for free. They bring on interns. They mentor others. They encourage others to apply for AWE. So it's like a never-ending cycle. They keep bringing up the next generation.
That's great. So why is the United States government interested in training young Nigerian women entrepreneurs? And what is the incentive for doing this? What does Nigeria stand to gain?
So, like I've mentioned, women have a key role to play in Nigeria's future prosperity. As we've seen time and time again, in this country and others, when women do better, the country does better, communities do better, all the way down to the nuclear families doing better. And women's meaningful economic participation is really integral to achieving greater security and stability around the world. And so that's what our Academy for Women Entrepreneurs, our AWE program, seeks to do. Really to promote an enabling environment by reducing barriers and getting more women participating in the economy. And that's something we do worldwide, but here in Nigeria we do that. One way we do that is through the Academy for Women Entrepreneurs.
All right, now on Friday, 30 young Nigerians, including women, will be graduating from the United Consulate-sponsored Fashion Entrepreneurship Program at the Enugu window on America. What is the program all about?
So this is a really exciting program. Like we like to say, this is the year of Nigeria in America. There's so many cultural connections. We have sport connections, we have music, and of course we have fashion. And so something we focused on through 2021 and into 2022 is really building the capacity of emerging fashion designers. And so one of our alumni, that means someone who went to the United States on one of our exchange programs and came back. Her name is Omowale. She runs the Field of Skills and Dreams Academy. We gave her a grant to run this fashion entrepreneurship project. And so she's training about 100 young Nigerians aged 22 to 35 on fashion design, business management skills. So it's more than just learning how to sew. It's how to actually make it a sustainable business and grow it. So here in Enugu, she is training about 30 for this cohort. And they just finished their 6-month training program. So we will go see them at our window on America and officially graduate them from the program.
Big congratulations to you guys on that one. So one of the events you mentioned earlier include a Fulbright recruitment workshop. Can you describe what the Fulbright program is all about?
Sure, this is a great one for any of the listeners who are interested in the Fulbright program, which this year is actually 75 years old. So we've been doing this program for a very long time. It's one of our flagship international educational exchange programs, and it's really a two-way exchange. It's designed to bring Nigerians to the United States for research and study, and then vice versa, to bring Americans to Nigeria for the same. And the Fulbright program provides participants who are chosen for their academic merit and leadership potential with the opportunity to conduct research, exchange ideas, and find solutions to global challenges through this program.
Nice. Let's talk a little bit more about the different types of Fulbright programs, which are the Fulbright Visiting Student Program and the African Research Scholar Program. What are the basic requirements to qualify for these two exchange programs?
So in Nigeria, we have the Fulbright Junior Scholar Development and the African Research Scholar Program. Those aren't actually for students or professionals, they're for lecturers or teaching faculty at specified Nigerian universities or research institutes. So the basic requirement is that you have to be a citizen or a national of Nigeria or a permanent resident. For the Fulbright Visiting Student Program, applicants have to have at least 2 years into their doctoral program. And for the Research Scholar Program, they must be senior faculty looking to do postdoctoral research in any academic discipline in the United States. So what we're really looking for is people with high motivation, serious commitment that want to go to the United States and take advantage of what we have there in our system, but then come back to Nigeria and make positive changes based on what they learned. And of course, we cover everything. If they're selected and it's very competitive, they get the round-trip airfare, they have a stipend, the housing allowance, everything is taken care of. So they can just focus on their research and their studies in the United States.
All right, now I know there's a long list of U.S. government-sponsored exchange programs. Can you describe some of them for our listeners who would like to go on one, and how do they find out about these programs?
Yes, and so I'm guessing some people are in their cars driving now, so you can't write this down, but you can visit our website, ng.usembassy.gov, and follow us on social media at US in Nigeria, and all the information is there. But I'll run through the 3 that we're currently recruiting for. So the first is the Foreign Language Teaching Assistant Program, or FLTA. So this one people always get very excited about because it allows young, dynamic Nigerian teachers to go to the United States and teach Yoruba language and culture. So that's a very interesting one. Then we have the Fulbright Visiting Scholar Program. That's for professors to do research in the United States. And the Foreign Student Program, which is for young faculty members who want to do doctoral research. So if any of those sounded like something you'd be interested in or qualified for, you just visit our website and all the application materials are there.
Most of the activities you highlighted earlier will hold at the Enugu Window on America. What is the Window on America all about, and how does it fit into the public diplomacy efforts of the U.S. mission to Nigeria?
So these are interesting. They're called American Spaces in general. So we have 19 throughout Nigeria, and the smaller ones are called Windows on America. And we have one here in Enugu at UNEC, and that is free and open to the public. It has Wi-Fi, it has computers, books, online databases, and then any of the programs I've mentioned today, you can find information there. So it's like a mini America here in Enugu, and that's, again, free and open to the public. You can learn about the United States, about our government, our history, our culture, our educational system. It's a great place to do some research on U.S. universities and colleges if you're interested in potentially studying in the United States. And we also have free programs there all the time. So like I mentioned, we're having our fashion training there. Yesterday we had the program to support widows, and all of those are free. So you can follow us, like I said, on our social media so you know what programs are happening and when, and make sure, especially young people, go take advantage of that free space.
And talking about finding out about all of these programs, how easy is it to get on these programs for my listener out there, an initiative of the U.S. when they're doing stuff, the embassy and consulate in Nigeria? How can people get all of these information?
So we're very transparent. Everything goes online. All of our programs, all of the applications are available online. So the first place to start is the U.S. Mission Nigeria website. That's ng.usembassy.gov. And you know that that's an official government website because of the .gov. So there's a lot of misinformation out there. There's some, fake websites. You have to make sure that you see the .gov. On Facebook, we're U.S. Mission Nigeria. And then Twitter and Instagram, we're at US in Nigeria.
Okay, all of this will be happening here in the city of Enugu.
Absolutely.
I want to say thank you to you for coming through and giving us all of this information today. I've been talking to Jennifer Folz, who's the U.S. Deputy Public Affairs from the U.S. Consulate. Thank you so much for coming. Make sure they give you Okpa or one of those things for you to test and have fun. Wish you success as you go out today.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome so much for coming. All right, it's still 92.5 Enugu's Dream FM. Keep your dials locked right here on the dial.